Chapter 1. The Boy Who Lived. The story begins by introducing the Dursley family of number 4, Privet Drive. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley are depicted as aggressively, proudly normal people who hold a deep-seated contempt for anything strange, mysterious, or out of the ordinary. Their lives are meticulously ordered and mundane. Mr. Dursley is a director at a drill-making firm called Grunnings, and he is described as a big, beefy man with hardly any neck. Mrs. Dursley is thin and blonde with an unusually long neck, which she uses to spy on her neighbors. They have a son named Dudley, whom they believe is the finest boy anywhere. The Dursleys' greatest secret and fear is their connection to Mrs. Dursley's sister, Lily Potter, and her family. They pretend the Potters don't exist, as the Potters were decidedly un-Dursleyish. On a dull gray Tuesday, the Dursleys' perfectly normal world is disrupted by a series of bizarre occurrences. As Mr. Dursley leaves for work, he notices a tabby cat reading a map on the corner of his street. He tries to dismiss the strange sight, but his day only gets weirder. He sees flocks of owls flying during the daytime and encounters oddly dressed people in brightly colored cloaks all over town. These people seem overjoyed, hugging each other and whispering excitedly. Mr. Dursley overhears snippets of their conversations, which repeatedly mention the Potters and someone named you-know-who. He is deeply unsettled, as the name Potter directly relates to his dreaded secret relatives. He tries to force all thoughts of magic and mystery from his mind, focusing instead on drills. When he returns home, Mr. Dursley tries to act normally, hoping to erase the day's strange events. However, his resolve is shaken when the evening news reports on the nationwide phenomenon of owls behaving unusually and shooting stars being spotted. Unable to contain his anxiety any longer, he cautiously asks his wife if she has heard from her sister. Petunia reacts with predictable anger and disgust, but she does confirm that the Potters have a son named Harry. This news solidifies Mr. Dursley's fears that the day's strange happenings are connected to his unwelcome in-laws. Later that night, the perspective shifts outside number 4, Privet Drive. A tall, thin, and very old man with silver hair and a long beard named Albus Dumbledore appears seemingly out of nowhere. He is wearing long robes and high-heeled boots, using a unique silver device called the Put-Outer, later known as the Deluminator. He captures all the light from the street lamps, plunging the street into darkness. He is then greeted by the same tabby cat Mr. Dursley saw earlier, which transforms into a stern-looking witch named Professor McGonagall. McGonagall reveals she has been watching the Dursleys all day and expresses grave concerns about leaving Harry Potter with them, calling them the worst sort of muggles imaginable. Dumbledore insists that it is the best place for him. He then explains the monumental events of the previous night. The dark wizard Lord Voldemort went to the Potters' home in Godric's Hollow, killed James and Lily Potter, and then tried to kill their infant son, Harry. Inexplicably, Voldemort's killing curse backfired. The attack destroyed Voldemort's power and left Harry with only a lightning bolt-shaped scar on his forehead. As a result, Harry has become a legend in the wizarding world, forever known as the Boy Who Lived. Their discussion is interrupted by the roar of a flying motorcycle, which descends from the sky. It is driven by a giant of a man named Rubeus Hagrid, who is carrying a bundle of blankets. Inside is the sleeping baby Harry. Hagrid is overcome with emotion. weeping as he says goodbye to the boy he rescued from the ruins of his home. After a final farewell from McGonagall and Dumbledore, Dumbledore carefully places the baby basket on the Dursleys' doorstep with a letter explaining everything. The three magical figures then depart, leaving Harry to begin his new, difficult life, completely unaware that across the country, witches and wizards are secretly raising their glasses and celebrating his survival. And that's a wrap for Chapter 1. What do you think of the Dursleys? And what was the most memorable part of this chapter for you? Does learning English through stories like